A guy had been driving for Uber for a few months to make extra cash, mostly taking late-night shifts in a mid-sized American city. He was used to drunk passengers, weird small talk, and sketchy areas. But one night, around 2-3 a.m., he got a ping for a pickup at a quiet residential street that seemed off. The rider was a young woman who looked nervous when she got in. She kept checking her phone and glancing out the back window. She asked him to turn off the app's navigation or take a different route because she thought someone was following her. The driver felt uneasy but followed her directions. As they drove through darker back roads, she suddenly got very quiet, then whispered that a car had been tailing them since the pickup. The driver looked in the rear view and saw headlights that seemed to match their speed. Things escalated when the woman started panicking, saying it was her ex or someone dangerous. The following car got closer, flashing lights. The driver sped up, took evasive turns, and eventually lost them by pulling into a well-lit gas station with cameras. The woman was shaking and called a friend to pick her up instead. The driver later checked his rating and saw a low one with a comment hinting at weird driving, but he was just glad nothing worse happened. He stopped taking late-night rides after that, feeling like he barely avoided being caught in something violent. A woman in her 20s was out late at a bar with friends in a big U.S. city and ordered an Uber to get home safely around 1 a.m. The app showed her ride arriving, a black sedan with the right license plate details. She got in the back seat without thinking much, as she was tired and a bit tipsy. The driver was quiet and matched the photo loosely. As they drove, she noticed the route was slightly off from what the app showed, but she assumed it was traffic avoidance. Then the driver started making odd comments, asking personal questions about where she lived alone, if she had roommates, etc. She got uncomfortable and checked the app again, but the ride status seemed frozen. When she asked to pull over or change the destination, the driver ignored her or gave excuses. She realized the interior of the car didn't quite match typical Uber details, no visible water bottles or stickers some drivers have. Panic set in when the driver turned onto a deserted street instead of heading toward her neighborhood. She pretended to text someone loudly about her location and the car details, which made the driver nervous. He eventually pulled over at a busy intersection, and she jumped out, running to a nearby store to call the real Uber, which had apparently canceled or glitched. Later, she reported it, and it turned out the driver might have been using a fake plate or spoofed app to pick up vulnerable late-night riders. She never used Uber alone at night again.